Hey, welcome to Travel Tuesday Happy Hour, where we interview dope people doing dope things with one thing in common, the love for travel. We have a great guest lined up. Grab a drink. Stay tuned. What's going on, travel fam? If you ever thought about starting a podcast, check out Anchor. Anchor is free. Anchor will provide you tools to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor will also distribute your podcast to multiple streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Everything you need right in one app. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
In our generation, like, I can't do the travel. I'm a broke college student. I can't make it happen. But this young and motivated individual is able to make it happen. So, you know, I can give you praises all day, but tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hi, can you hear me, first of all?
I can hear you perfect.
All right, my name is Dahlia Rémy. I'm a college student at University of Pittsburgh. I just finished my second year there, studying psychology.
Let's go.
Yeah, I still have yet to say hail to Pitt. I don't want to hail to anything, but it's cool.
Look, take your time. Take your time. You'll love it. So what got you to traveling in the first place?
My parents are really great with that. They both come from foreign countries. My dad's from Haiti, and my mother is from Guinea in West Africa. So they were both travelers on their own while they were young. And since I was little, me and my sisters, they always took us on trips. Our first trip ever was actually to Guinea when I was 4 years old. And I was only 4, but I remember everything. Like, I remember every day. I remember going there and leaving. Like, it was so beautiful. It was really so beautiful. Like, I feel like I hear this from a lot of people, but I feel like once you step into Africa, like, you feel like you're home. And that's literally what I felt at 4 years old. Like, it just felt so nice. It felt so comforting. The air was different. The fruit tasted better. I don't know about today, just things happen, but there's just, like, you know, a big sense of community. Even old ladies that I didn't know were looking out for me and my sisters. Even to this day, I still love the smell of charcoal, like burning charcoal, because that's the first thing I smelled when I got there.
They don't know about
Everyone's
that.
cooking outside.
Yes,
Yeah. So that was like our first like trip ever. I think the first one I actually remember. Then after that, it was mainly road trips. So my father, if it was anything in the States or Canada, we always drove. So after that, it was Canada. We went to Montreal. So, you know, it's really French over there. My father has a lot of family there, a lot of Haitians, so it was nice there. After Canada, I think my longest road trip was going to Atlanta. I really don't even remember it that much, but I remember the drive was 13 hours long. And all these road trips we took, it was like Atlanta. We went to Virginia twice to see Busch Gardens, like 2 different sides of Busch Gardens. A lot of states, even Florida. Actually, our longest drive was Florida. My dad drove like 21 hours straight, no stop. Like, he loves it. He loves traveling. I love traveling. I actually like don't sleep at all during road trips, like at all. Like, I refuse to, because I want to see everything. I love the whole trip. I love the whole journey of vacations. Like, I have to see every state I'm driving through just to see, you know, what they're like. What are people looking like? What's the landscape like?
Isn't that a trip? Like, realizing you started at one location and you end up in another location, and like even in the same day you'll end up in like 4 or 5 states,
exactly,
depending on how fast you're driving.
Exactly. So all of that matters to me.
That's us. So what keeps you driving? What keeps you traveling today? Like, what drives you to travel?
Wow, what drives me? I literally can't help it. Like, I love it. Like, if I don't move around for a while, I become unhappy, probably depressed, uncomfortable. Like, I have to move around. I have to travel, even if it's just like an hour away, 2 hours away. Like, I have to find a reason to go somewhere new and explore. Like, that's just how I am. So I feel like the first trip I'm going to do is probably going to Haiti, because my father hasn't taken us to Haiti. And I wanted to do that for my 21st birthday this year. Yeah, I'm young. I want to go to my
so I can't tell you where
I
can't ask you where your drink is at.
Also because I'm also observing Ramadan with my mama. Like,
okay,
like your previous beautiful lady on here said, she's not I'm technically not Muslim either, but I'm observing
Okay.
with my mom. So
That's awesome. That's amazing.
yeah,
That's
yeah. But
amazing. That's awesome.
today I did eat and drink because I've been getting migraines, and I think just because I'm dehydrated and I have iron deficiency. So
You gotta go at your own pace. I mean, the fact that you're
exactly.
supporting is big. You know what I mean? So we you gave me a nice segue as far as the next question is like, how is COVID-19, Rona, whatever you want to call it today? How's that kind of impacted life and travel for you? I mean, I know this would have been finals week for you, or actually you would have been done with finals by now. But
Yeah,
how
yeah.
how did it impact with you guys?
I actually, no, sorry, I don't speak Creole. Sorry, I'm responding to the question. I just saw it pop up. But I'm going to learn. I was going to take a Haitian Creole class this semester, but it was canceled because I wanted to be
I
able to speak it
got you.
by the
Well, they
time I
got a
got to
Haitian Creole
Haiti.
class at Pitt now.
Yeah, it's like one of the less commonly taught languages, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, but it got canceled. But I'm going to teach myself anyways because I need to know when I get
I
there. I
got you. We gotta
understand
look.
it. I
We
understand it. I
gotta
can read it.
listen.
I listen to the music, just not fluent yet.
Listen, we got a whole next 3 weeks of just nothing but Haitian travelers, and
Oh
hopefully
my
we can. I'm gonna have them. Hopefully, I'm gonna see if they're willing to teach one phrase per session.
goodness. All right, that's
That
fine.
maybe it could pick up some.
I will. I will. It's just like I'm always worried about having like such an American ass accent when I speak other languages, but I'm not that bad
Listen.
actually.
M'baka
Um,
m'baka palo mal paske y ap di men ba la de mwen. So
yeah, but
it's
you sound
okay.
perfect. You sound perfect
Listen,
to
it's
me.
a, listen. I have to speak it often enough to be able to do it. So
That's true. That's true.
if you
My
speak it
father
often
refuses
enough,
to
you'll be
speak to
good.
me in Creole. But oh yeah, back to your question. I'm sorry. Like, how's it affected me? Well, let's see. As soon as like cases started popping up in Pittsburgh, our school kicked us out. It was kind of by choice, but at the same time, they were signing move out dates by the next freaking day that they like emailed us. They were like, okay, you're gonna have to move in like tomorrow or the rest of the week. And if you don't, you won't get as much as a refund. Like, that's basically it. And the
Oh
highest amount of refund we
wow.
can get was 36%.
Oh wow.
Um, then let's see, after that, I finally came home. I took my time leaving because I was not in a rush coming home, but I finally came home and my mother was already in Guinea because unfortunately she had to bury one of my grandfathers.
I'm sorry to hear
So
that. My condolences to you and your
thank you,
family.
thank you. It's okay. Um, and the virus had her stuck there for almost like an extra month. Like she was supposed to be home a while ago, and I guess it was the panic going around in Guinea and over here. You know, America was getting ready to like close their borders to a lot of places. They were just limiting travel, like limiting like flights everywhere. So once she got there, she couldn't come back because there were no flights to come back. And then her country closed all their borders and their airports as well. So we were scared as hell, like how she's supposed to come here. And after like 2 weeks, the U.S. finally decided to send like flights to get the Americans back home. They're probably like the last because the French already took their citizens back home. The Belgian, like they already took a lot of people already took their citizens back home from Guinea, but America finally did it. They said we had to sign up. We signed up. Then they were like, "Oh yeah, you didn't get in this flight." Then they told us about another flight. They're like, "Yeah, you didn't get on this flight either, and you're not a standby passenger either." So, and they said, "Don't
Wow.
show up to the airport. Don't contact them." But somehow at the
Wow.
last minute, she finally made it, and she got here safely, thankfully. But it was really stressful for a couple of weeks because we didn't know when was the next time we were gonna see her. And I don't know why they closed their border so early in Guinea because when we had probably like 500,000 cases over here, Guinea only had three, and they were brought over by Europeans. So,
Of course.
of
Hold
course.
on. Let's not do that. Instagram might shut us down. So let's chill. Let's
I'm
chill.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's chill. Let's chill.
No
They don't
hate.
like the truth.
No hate. Thank you. I'm so happy she's home safe too. Because Guinea was also gonna close her borders for 45 days. So she wasn't gonna be able to come home till this month actually. My aunt is
Okay.
actually still stuck there.
Oh
She lives in
wow.
France. But other than that, now that she's home, everything's been okay. She's back at work. Um Somehow she hasn't gotten sick. Of course they sent her to work right on the COVID floor. She works at a
Wow.
hospital.
Wow.
Yeah. My father, he got sick a couple weeks ago, but he definitely quarantined himself right away. So I don't know if it was the virus or not, but he's okay now. I'm just enjoying like the quietness, the peacefulness, finally
That's
enjoying
awesome.
walks because it's been raining a lot. And I mean, I'm just now enjoying this quarantine because school had me stressed out. I basically had like 2 finals weeks, but everything's nice now.
That's what's up. So I want you to dispel. the myth of being a college student and not afford to travel, right? Because that's the biggest thing. That look, I am the man of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, right? One of the biggest complaints or excuses I have from these young brothers is I can't afford to travel like you. I travel on a budget, and I mean I can afford larger budgets than most. But when I was at their state, I was able to, do a cruise. I was able to, fly at least to Florida. You know what I mean? So can you give us give the broke college student a couple tips on how can they kind of travel on a budget and have fun while at it, and not just Miami, right?
Right, exactly.
For what honestly, they spend in Miami, they can go to Bermuda, Antigua, Barbados, you name it. The list goes on. So I want them to hear it from your mouth because you're kind of where they're at, where they say that they're a broke student.
Right. The broke thing, I don't know, maybe it's just because of how my parents were. They always made sure that we had money to go somewhere, whether they were saving up every month, putting something aside, or also taking a bit from their savings. I think they definitely did both. So I feel like it's very easy to put a little bit of money aside, whether you're doing a co-op or internship or just have a regular job, at a retail shop or something. Put a little bit of money every month. Plan ahead, probably several months ahead where you want to go, whether it's for winter break. Winter break is a month. You can go anywhere. Spring break, instead of going to Miami like everyone else, go somewhere, go to another country, go somewhere else. I feel like there are many opportunities besides study abroad, because they can be expensive too, but there are scholarships. Let's see, like I said, I think I would just do what my parents usually do, is just put money aside every month, just plan ahead of time. And it really does add up. You don't even have to add $100 every month. It could be less than that. Whatever you're spending on Fenty Beauty or Nikes or Jordans, on whatever subscriptions you spending money on, put a little bit of that aside every month and it will add up, as well as taking a little bit from your savings or asking family for money. I just went to Europe last year and I had a lot of places to stay because I had a lot of family there. We stayed for 2 weeks and we didn't pay for a hotel once. We went to France, we went to Belgium, we went to we went to Amsterdam, and where else did we go to? I'm missing one more country, but we were in a lot of places. Even one of my cousins is commenting in here right now in French.
Yeah, I see that.
I saw him. He's actually from Martinique.
Tell him to DM me if he speaks a little bit of English. I would appreciate it. But I definitely want everybody on.
Yeah. I actually saw him. He came from Martinique. It was my first time actually meeting him in person.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I think just saving, putting whatever you can aside, because people know that they're spending money online. They're spending money anywhere right now. You could just put a little bit of that. Yes, like she said, refund checks.
Exactly.
Anything.
My refund check was used to pay rent. So I was paying rent with refund check, but I also had a job that they pay you once a month, so I would get a job
specifically to travel, specifically to create a budget for traveling anywhere. So that's what I do.
That's what's up. So tell us what you got going on. What you want people to follow. Why do you want people to follow you?
Man, this is like Twitter. I ain't got nothing to promote except I recently wore my friend's shirt. His company is called Retrograde Plus. Look at the details.
Listen, get your friend to join. Look, get your friend to jump on. Get your friend to DM me so that he can be on this live to promote his own product.
All right. You're right. I will. It's called Retrograde Plus. I support Black businesses. I support any of my friends and whatever they're doing. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah,
that's
I don't
amazing.
have nothing to promote. You can just follow me on Instagram at Brown Gold Beauty. The O is a 0.
And so, when is your expected graduation date?
May 2022, hopefully.
Let's go. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate the energy, although you're not old enough to have a drink and you're practicing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Maybe this time next year you could be co-hosting, and we got a much larger platform where we can just interview a whole bunch of good people as well. All right.
Sure. You're already doing a great job.
I appreciate you, and once again, thank you for joining. All right.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Another dope conversation. keep traveling, and stay safe. Until next time, peace.